this is John from TigitMotorbikes.com, and I'm here to show you how to drive a semi-automatic for complete beginners. And travelling Vietnam by motorbike became famous after the Top Gear Vietnam Special TV show, and now many backpackers come to Vietnam to drive a motorbike for the very first time. And Vietnam is actually a great place to learn to drive a bike because they are low in power, small in size, and Vietnamese people tend to drive incredibly slowly. Now, although the cities may look chaotic, once you get out there you realize just how slow the roads really are, and it's not far to get out into the countryside where some of the greatest mountain roads in the world are there ready to be driven. Now, this is a semi-automatic, which is easily the best choice of bike for traveling this country. If it's a real Honda like one of these from a reputable source, then they are close to being indestructible. They really are amazing machines, and as I'll show you in a minute, because of the gear setup, they are also very easy to drive. Now, the way they work is you have your accelerator here on the right hand side. When you pull that, you'll go forwards, front brake here, and your back brake down here, which is the important one. That's the one you want to use by default. On your left foot you have 4 gears going 1, 2, 3, 4 this way, and 3, 2, 1 neutral this way. And when I'm driving, I use my toe on both sides. Some people use their heel, but basically whatever works for you. Now, the idea is you're driving along, off the gas, change gear, back on the gas again. So providing you get this basic idea, you'll be fine on one of these bikes. Now, if this was a manual, I would have a clutch on my left hand, but because it's semi-automatic, I don't, and that's why they're so great for beginner drivers. You can be in any gear, going at any speed, and they don't stall or cut out. Very nice to learn on. So to turn it on, key, and then 3 seconds on the button, 1, 2, 3, and some gas. Now, right now I am in neutral, so when I pull the trigger, the bike won't move forwards. All I need to do is pop it into gear 1, and when I pull the trigger, the bike will go. Now, people often wonder, when you put it into gear 1, will the bike start to walk away with you? And the answer is, if it's set up correctly, the bike should be completely still even when in gear. So the idea, in gear 1 you have good acceleration but a low top speed, and at the other end of the scale, gear 4, you have a high top speed but low acceleration, as I'll show you now. So gear 1, I can accelerate away very quickly. Now, if I was a beginner driver and I've never used an accelerator like this before, all I need to do is pop it into gear 4, so 2, 3 and 4, and now I'll find the motorbike has a lot less acceleration and is much more forgiving, so it's great for learning on. All you need to do, put your feet on the ground like this and slowly walk along and start to use the accelerator and understand how this works. Now, in gear 4 you'll see the bike is very, very slow to get going, which is perfect to start to understand how the throttle works. Now, if it's your very first time, we will do this inside in a quiet place, and then once you get the hang of the throttle, you'll be okay to go out on the open roads. So I'll just grab my helmet here and then show you how it works out on the roads. So I'm in gear 4 now. I'm going to pop it back into gear 1 just to get going. So the idea to change gears, if you watch my right hand, off the gas, change gear, that's gear 2, off the gas, gear 3, and off the gas, gear 4. So I'm already in gear 4, which is the top speed designed for going quickly. As you can see, I'm driving very, very slowly, and the motorbike is absolutely fine. That's why these are so great. If this was a manual bike, it would have chugged along and cut out and died on me. So if I was a nervous driver, all I need to do is put it into gear 4, and I can drive all the way out the city in 1 gear, just as if this was an everyday normal automatic bike. And then when I get out into the countryside and the mountains, I can start to wonder how my gears work properly. So gear 4, I can just drive all the way out if I wanted to. But now, coming up to traffic lights, I'm going to go back to 2, off the gas, braking, 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 down to 3 and down to 2. It's normal to stop at traffic lights in gear 2. You don't have to go back to 1 or neutral, and I can just pull away, no problem. So the traffic lights are red, but in this country you can turn right at red traffic lights, that's no problem at all. Off the gas, change gear, gear 3, and off the gas, gear 4. Now I'm going around 40 kilometers an hour at the moment, and you can see I'm not really being left behind. People do drive very, very slowly here, which is great, and it's usually actually the backpacker who quickly starts to go faster than the general traffic. So coming up to the traffic lights again, off the gas, braking, braking, braking with my right brake, down to 3 and down to 2. Going around corners, it's normal to be in gear 2. It's the right speed to do that in. Now I'll go up to 3 and up to 4 again. So this time I'm going to do some bad driving, and where people go wrong on these bikes is they don't slow down enough when they downshift. So in gear 4 now I'm not going to use my brakes, I'm going to use my gears. Down to 3, down to 2, and now down to 1, and you can see the bike goes vroom and kind of jumps forwards. That's not good for the bike, and it's also not comfortable for the driver. So to correct that, what you need to do is slow down more. Off the gas, braking, braking, braking with my right foot, down to 3, down to 2, and you can see it's much more gentle. So I'm in gear 2 again, off the gas, gear 3, and off the gas, gear 4. Now traveling in Vietnam, the way the roads work, basically you want to have slow and consistent lines. You don't want to make any sudden movements. Providing you're predictable, people really will just go around you. Off the gas, braking, 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 3 and 2. Slow and steady. And now indicator on my left hand side, flick it left and off I go left. And then I just need to push it in to cancel. So the other area people make mistakes on is they tend to delay changing gears after coming off the gas, and this will cause the gears to stick. So as an example here, I'm in gear 2, off the gas, wait, 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 now change gear to gear 3, off the gas, wait, now 4. If you do that, you'll find the gears are a little bit sticky, and it should be a fluid motion. Off the gas, change gear, back on the gas again. Now I'm coming to a halt now. Now I am in gear 4, so if I turn off the bike I will find that I can't move it, which is not very convenient when I want to go get my coffee. It's stuck in gear. So what I should have done is finished in neutral. So to fix that, I'm just going to pop it back into neutral. Now these bikes can go both ways. You can go gear 4 to neutral, or you can go gear 1 to neutral. So it's like a circle. You can go all the way around 1, 2, 3, 4 neutral, or 4, 3, 2, 1 neutral. So I'll just pop it into neutral, and now the bike will move freely, no problem at all. So I'll just show you some other features of these bikes. Over on my right hand side here I have the lights, all the way to the left is on. In the middle is just the dashboard here, and then to the right is off. Over here is my high and my low beam for the lights up and down, and then I have my horn over here and my indicators down here. Now this is my choke, so if I pull that out, if the bike's not starting in the morning and needs warming up, I can pull it out, warm up the bike, and then push it back in again. So the bikes come with a neck lock, so if I turn the steering left here and the key left, then I will find the neck is locked. And then down here is a zipper. You can do that, and now you can't put a random key in there. And to unlock that, you have this here, just to do that. Vietnam has a problem where many keys work on many bikes, so that just stops people putting in random keys there. Coming to the back of the bike, as you can see, I have the bike on a bit of an angle here using the kickstand down here. If you were putting luggage on the bike, you have a big luggage rack here, then it's not a flat platform. So what you want to do is put it on the main stand. So you push that down here and you can just pull the bike backwards. And now you have a nice flat platform to put your luggage on. At the back here is the seat lock. just open that up, and then in here you have a small luggage compartment, usually some tools, and then if you want to hang your helmet on here, when you close the seat it kind of jams your helmet strap into the bike so people can't steal it very easily. Your gas goes in here like so, and close that again. So this is a semi-automatic, easily the best choice of bike to travel Vietnam. Safe, reliable, affordable, and quite honestly indestructible. Hope this was helpful. This is John from TigitMotorbikes.com.